Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Spike back again once again. And today, people, today we are for Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger, episode 45, Enemies of the Earth. And in this episode, we get a lot of backstory and we get Sakito. This Sakito's episode, y'all. I felt so good about it, man. I felt so good about Sakito out here taking the charge, taking the fight to the Hashirians, man. And you know, everybody else is kind of sitting and chilling. Everybody else was kind of left to handling Taya and, you know, taking care of Taya, trying to get him to, you know, come to his senses and put his hand back on the wheel, man. And I really enjoyed that. I love seeing Sakito go out there and, you know, take on the world, take on the Hashirians and stuff like that. And I love to see him and Bune Diesel. I love the fact that Bune Diesel can also do like the blitz super running fast thing too. It was dope. Them two working as a team, man, put a real big smile on my face, and I was thoroughly enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing the boys team up. We got the return of Mr. Duras. He was revived through his snake pet. Also, it's never really explained why a lot of the big general Hashirians have like a little animal companion. You know, it's never really explained. Like, you know, Mad Ritz had a dog, and then Grant has a monkey. No, my bad. Spender has the monkey. Grant has a cow thing, and you know, Duras had a snake. So it was like, I always wondered that, like, it's never really explained why they have these little animal companions. But we see that Grant, he ends up bringing Spender. He brings Spender his snake. He brings Spender Duras's little snake phone dude, and he puts his hat on top of the snake, and then he's revived from that, and then he gives Duras it's full on Duras too. Like, it's not like he's not like a robot. He's not like being mind controlled or anything like that. Like, it's full Duras, his full personality and everything. And Spender basically gives him a mission to, hey, I need you to turn the world against the Boonboomger. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll do that. And he does that. I'm gonna do it in under 2,000 minutes. So, but then we see that Spender puts like this blue masks thing, this blue mask thing on his face, and we'll find out what that mask is actually for later on in the episode. But he puts this mask on his face, and then he's sent out there to spread the propaganda and stuff like that, get the people on the Hashirian side and stuff like that. We already see that news outlets are basically spreading the misinformation of the Hashirians are actually the good guys. You know, the Hashirians are actually the good guys, and the Boonboomger and all the stuff, and all the Boonboomger fighting Hashirians and all that stuff was basically the Hashirians are the good guys and the Boonboomger are the bad guys, and all that stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, yo, man, that's so not fair. Like, but then the people were so swayed super easily. Like, they were very swayed kind of easily, and you know, even Duras using his powers to basically take them over as well. And I hated that so much, to see how the people have been swayed by him. And then I thought he was just doing that to collect. I thought that they were gonna collect gasoline, you know, from that, but that didn't happen. You know, like, that didn't happen. And I was like, okay, you got the whole city up against them and stuff like that. We see how Sakito himself has come up, and he tells the people, like, you want to call me an enemy of the planet? You want to call me an enemy of the earth? Yeah, I'll be an enemy of the earth. I abandoned this place long ago. But I won't have you say that about the rest of the guys, because they how many times have these people saved you, you know, stuff like that. And then, you know, he goes off and starts fighting Duras. While all this is happening, we see that everybody's still kind of dealing with the whole, like, you know, Taya is getting all these different parts and stuff like that to basically rebuild Boondario before he completely, like, dies. Because apparently Boondario can die. Apparently Boondario right now isn't completely dead. He's not completely dead. The only way he completely dies is if, you know, his body turns into sand. Because you get a flashback of, you know, Taya talking to Boondario, and the conversation of death came up, and he said Boondario tells Taya that, yeah, if I die, then my body would completely just turn into sand. And when the sand is, when the sand is there, it'll take me to the afterlife. So we see that Boondadio's body is slowly breaking down into sand. So that's why Taya is tirelessly working to try and get Boondadio's heart, get his parts to start working again. He's putting wires together. He's hooking him up to all these different life support systems and things like that. He's building things to try and get Boondadio to restart himself. And we see how tireless and how it's like really, really stressing him out. And the rest of the team is trying to help him. They're saying, hey, you need to take a break. Hey, you need to eat. You haven't slept. You haven't done anything. You're not even talking like that. Like, you're just going and going and going. And even Mira was like, you've taken your hand off the wheel now. You're going out of control. And he says that, even Gemba gets in on it and says that, Boondadio, he's not coming back. He's more than just like a sentient robot kind of being. Like, he has a soul just like the rest of us, and you can't rebuild a soul. You can rebuild his body, yes, but you cannot rebuild his soul. And Taya's just like, I have to try, because he knows what would happen if because he knows that Boondadio isn't completely dead, because he's getting to that point. He's starting to crumble to sand, but I don't think he's told the rest of the team that. I think he's the only one that knows that. The whole like him turning into sand thing, I think he's the only one that knows that. So that's probably why he's working so freaking tirelessly to, get him to start back up. And then he ends up making something to recharge him and boot him up. But he glows. He uses it. He uses the machine. He glows. His lights come on and stuff like that. But no reaction happens, and it's really, really messing him up. He's turning the switch over and over again, and Gemba has to stop him and stuff like that. And that's when Mira comes in and she basically tells him like, hey, no, this is it. Like, you need to sit down. You need to take a break and everything. And she makes him sit down. Sometimes a woman could calm the angriest man down. A woman can do that for you, and she basically did that. She sat him down. She calmed him down, and she made the curry. She made the curry, and she basically said, hey, here's the curry. I made it just like how Boondadio taught me how to make it. And he eats it, and he's like, oh, it tastes just like him. It's just like his, Leo. So we did get more backstory on Taya's life. We get backstory back on when Taya heard the child in the other apartment crying and things like that. Turns out it wasn't a sibling. I had previously speculated that maybe it was a sibling or something, but it wasn't in the next room. It was actually in the next apartment next to them. And then he finds out that a lot of these kids a lot of kids around the world, even close to him, are not in happy places. They're not in good homes, and he saw that growing. He saw a lot of that growing up. He wanted to help these kids, but the fact that he was a kid and he had no power or authority, he couldn't help them. So he wanted to help these kids, and he wanted to grow up fast so he could help these kids and stop all the screams and things like that. And he says that even after I die, I want whatever I leave behind and whatever I did here to help those kids to keep moving on and keep going on, pressing forward. And I was like, man, Taya. I feel like Taya might be my favorite Red Ranger. Because he's just so level-headed. He's so cool. He's just cool and level-headed, and gives a damn about people, like he's actually like he's smart about stuff, man. I love Taya. But it took the actions of his friends and rest of the team to stuff like that to help Taya, and I'm glad that you know, they're getting back to the team and stuff like that. So we also see that Saiba goes back to the original Boonboomger base and stuff like that. She sees the ISA there, taking basically like just taking stuff apart, deactivating stuff. Like we see Sashiro has basically turned off, or like, you know, basically turned off all of the Boom Boom cars, and he's gonna get all of them like pawned and stuff like that, like basically getting all of them like just put into storage and stuff. And it's just like, man, it's just like, dang, Sashiro, like he really about this. Like I really like, bro, really about it. He really is like actually like betrayed them and stuff like that. And it's, you know, Saiba's like, and even, you know, the other ISA agents aren't listening to her. Like she just an afterthought to the ISA at this point. And she talks to Sashiro and she said, I won't let the ISA sit around and do whatever they want. And he talked about how he said, hey, you're forgetting someone. And she was like, I know. And I'm just like, who's she talking about? Who's she forgetting? Who does he think she's forgetting? I want to know. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe it's obvious, but I don't know. You guys let me know who you think Saiba was, you know, Saiba and Sashiro was talking about. So after, you know, everybody's kind of going back together, I kind of told the whole Sakito stuff kind of first, because that was like my most favorite parts and stuff like that. But we see, you know, Sakito is still fighting Daras, and after he's fighting Daras, and he actually brings up and talks about what happened to Mad Rex, right? So no, Sakito brings up something about Mad Rex, and he tells Daras, he's like stuff like, what, you want to end up like Mad Rex? And then our three idiots, you know, they hear about that, and they're talking to Sakito like, what are you talking about? What happened to Mad Rex? Explain yourself. So Bune Diesel explains that everything that was going on with Mad Rex, and, you know, stuff like that, like how he actually died. You know, the Boonboomger didn't kill him. He decided to take himself out, and he blew up in space. And Daras was like, yeah, he did blow up in space. He was a waste of revival and stuff like that. And I was just like, God damn, man, you disrespecting the dead homies. On the dead homies, he's disrespecting the dead homies. So I'm just like, oh man, Daras gotta go. And I really did not expect Daras to. I'm gonna get there. But we see that now Sakito and Bune are fighting Daras, and then our main three, he orders the main three to like help him, but we all know our main three, they hated Daras. They hated this man with a passion. So it's just like, a quick side note, if he brought back Daras that easily, could he do the same thing with Cannonborg? And he most likely he could do the same thing with Mad Rex. I don't know, but at the end of the day, we don't need to bring Mad Rex back, not a second time. Don't bring him back to life a second time. You know, like, yeah, that'd be weird. You know, now you're just milking it. It'll also make his sacrifice in vain. So it's like, don't do that. Please don't do that. But I would like to see if he brings back Cannonborg. Because Cannonborg, he won around a lot. I could see them bringing back Cannonborg and him doing something. Still got a few more episodes before everything's over with. So why not bring back Cannonborg? But we see that now we see Bune Diesel, Sakito fighting him and stuff like that. And it turns out the blue mask that Spender put on Daras's face is actually a bomb. Because he does talk to Spender, and he says, hey, I completed my mission and stuff like that, because the Boonboomger are the enemies of the earth type thing has spread all over the freaking internet now. So he basically has completed his mission, and now the world hates them. So now I don't need you anymore. So the bomb activates, and he's getting ready to blow the duck up. But he tries to take Sakito and Bune Diesel out with him. But the purple boys, they take him out together, and that's the end of Daras. And I just like, dang, you brought Daras back for one episode to do one thing, and then you just say, all right, he's out of here, get rid of him. I'm like, yo, like, I'm thinking he was at least gonna last like episode or episode and a half, you know, like he'd be there for the final battle. But no, I didn't like Daras either. I didn't like Daras anyway. So I liked Cannonborg more than Daras. But then Daras got more stuff done though. He got more stuff done, and he had and he did have a bigger impact on the story. It's just his personality was trash. He was a douche, and you're supposed to hate him. If you hate the villain because he's a douche, that's good storytelling. But other than that, we see Sakito, Boondiesel defeat him, and no mech fight. They kind of can't do a mech fight because the only person that will be able to do anything is Sakito, because Boondiesel is his mech. But at the same time, episode ends with everybody basically still trying to help and bring back your boy Boondadio, and Sakito out there on the front lines protecting the city and things like that, and I love that. Hey yo, really quick editing spike here. I forgot to mention that we did get a little they did get to talk to Nicole, the girl from the movie, who basically the girl, her necklace that Mira has, once one of Mira's tears hit it basically like activated, and it had a message that she sent to them. And turns out she is at war with the Hashirians herself, with a bunch of people that she rallied against and stuff like that. And she basically shows them like the key to bringing Boondadio back, which is, it basically just looks like a little like disco ball type of thing. But I forgot to mention it in the video. I don't know why I forgot that. I don't know. I'm sort of rushing to make this video, but yeah. So she has basically is about to give them the key to helping bring Boondadio back. And yeah, they've made this girl kind of important to the whole like story because of the movie, and it is like, hey, this movie is canon because Mira is wearing her necklace the whole episode. But yeah, let's get back to that. I just wanted to go ahead and put that in there because I forgot to talk about that at the end. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we see that Boondadio is starting to crumble. He's starting to crumble up, turn into sand. But and also, I see if you pay really close attention in the opening and the ending, Sashido is like covered up. Sashido's covered up, and then in the opening and stuff like that, like Boondadio's not in it, and Sashido is also not in it, and Taya is not in the opening. Like the rest of the team is there, like Mira, Genba, Sakito, Mira, Genba, Sakito, and Joe. And Boondiesel, they're all in the opening, but Taya, Sashido, and Boondadio are not in the opening. And it's so creepy. It feels creepy because the part in the opening where you see Boondadio dancing in front with all the little Boondadios in front of the TV, he's gone. It was so creepy. It was sad, but it was so creepy. And you just get the little Boondadios dancing around him, but he's not there, and it was so creepy. And then you get in the ending, Sashido is covered for like half of the dance number. Like and then Boondadio's voice is muted in certain parts of the song, of the ending theme song. And I was just like, yo, this is weird. They've done stuff like this before where it's like, as the team got bigger, they started to get added to the opening, and stuff like that. Like with the whole Gemba situation, like when he went rogue, he wasn't in the opening anymore. But this time, that one part with Boondadio in the opening where he's supposed to be dancing and he's just not there it was sad, but it was also, it just felt creepy because it felt like something was missing, and it was him. But other than that, I'm rambling. I'm gonna see you guys next time. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, as I always say, stay henshined.